As you come across the bridge into Memphis, it's really hard to miss. Probably one of the most iconic buildings in the skyline, 430 feet tall, 580,000 total square feet. It's a mammoth of a building, and it's been a pretty cool project.
You know, you come across the city bridge there, and it's one of the first things that stick out at you. It's got a unique build for sure, with the restaurant on top that spins. If we had to be a part of any of them, it's probably the one I'd pick. So I'm pretty excited to have that one be one of our projects.
So, funny story, I am originally from Memphis, and when I was a kid, I used to always drive by this building. So it's funny that I'm actually inside restoring the building.
I think everyone's curious about what they're gonna do with this building. It's been sitting for so long, and pretty hard to get in here and ask those questions too, because Cleveland and Snyder and everyone tries to keep the project closed, so everyone's excited and anxious to know what's going on here.
What they're slated to do is it's a mixed use of residential, some hotel. They'll have some retail on the ground floor. First of many, we're going to see these mixed use developments in downtown settings where they're trying to bring more people in to have residency here or more retail space here. I think you'll see more and more of that, and I'm excited about it. Hopefully it leads to more opportunity.
Cleveland Construction is an adaptive reuse company where it does new construction, adaptive reuse, new builds. A lot of projects, depending on what the condition is, it takes different types of strategic planning to be able to revitalize that project and restore it to its character.
So Snyder Environmental is doing all the asbestos abatement. We're doing all the universal waste, packaging, transport and disposal, and we're doing the interior demo through a subcontract relationship with DT Specialized. I think the site looks great. The access is controlled very, very well. It's a big part of it. With the gate system they have, traffic control, and the road closures. I think it's hard to beat the way they've got it set up here. All the effort's paying off, and it's been a good project.
I think it's one of our biggest projects that I have done with Snyder in the 4 years that I've been working with Snyder. I think Snyder is very, very fast moving at what they do, and I think they try to do a good quality job. The challenges we faced the most was having the buck hoist, due to the weather. Sometimes it's down and it makes it a little difficult to go up and down the stairs. I think that's the hardest challenge that we faced so far. When we came in, we saw a lot of debris, a lot of safety hazards that we had to come across and be very observant of. 37 stories high, and there's a lot of work here.
Anytime you're working downtown, it can be a challenge, and then you add the fact that it's now a 37-story building with no working elevators. That makes it a real challenge.
With the building being as tall as it is, and the only way going up and down in the building is using a buck hoist, we went from 6 to 8 days of floor. And now we're doing it in 4 to 5 days.
Every day we make sure we have our PPE from the beginning of the day to the end of the job site.
We monitor everything from inspections, equipment, tools, PPE. There's a zero tolerance policy.
We have a nothing hits the floor policy here. Obviously it's heavy demo, so things are going to hit the floor, but what that means is as it comes down, it goes out of the building.
It's important that we include and have inclusion within the community, as this is a project not just for the city of Memphis, but for the people who provide jobs and people who employ others throughout the communities.
Hey, Shelby County Regulatory Agency has been really interactive on this project. That's first and foremost, and that's going to pretty much keep safety and everything else in a check, and you got to have it 100%.
So we understand that as a company, their construction project is only as good as its trade partners. As the culture that we try to build within the project collaborates from trade partner to construction manager, and that we want to implement safety, we want to implement quality, we want to implement thoroughness, communication, respect, accountability. So being that this building sits on the corner of Main Street and Adams, its positioning allows this building to be able to open up the gateway for opportunities for economic growth. So not only is the construction part vital to the community and the restoration of the building itself, but also the fact that the building is going to be housing other young professionals and mid-age professionals that are going to be able to contribute to the city as well through their efforts and through their professions also.
For me personally, to see this project kick off for Snyder Environmental here in Memphis was pretty big accomplishment. I take pride in pretty much every job we do, no matter if it's a single-story residence to a 38-story building like this. But I think all of our guys take a lot of pride in the work that we do, and that's what makes it work so well, because they really are happy with the work that they do. They try to make sure that they leave a good product when they leave, it's pretty cool because, a year or two later, we'll be doing another project down there and they'll get to drive by it and say, yeah, we did that and we did it right.